Welcome to New Thought Tuesdays with Rich
Hey,
Dean Regan. Hey, Rich.
hey, I'm Rich Smith.
I'm Dean
Hey,
Regan. Spiritual power, the
yeah,
power of spirituality. That's what we're here today. We're unlocking that and harnessing that power of spirituality and how it relates to our creative endeavors. Everything that we do, we are creative beings. We get up in the morning and we're constantly creating. And how does our spirituality really connect in with that? So we're here to unlock the creative flow and harness the power of spirituality here at New Thought Tuesdays.
yes, and we can't stop creating.
No, no, we can't. We're
No,
we're
we create every time we think a thought. We're
we're
creating
creative,
things.
and when we assign meaning to our thoughts, meaning that we appreciate, then we are appreciating and keep appreciating thought and creating thought that brings new outcome, that brings new creativity through our thought into the world that we're experiencing. And consistent creative thought, especially consistent, loving, creative thought, helps to create an environment that we live in that is so delightfully abundant
Mm,
and harmonious and adventuresome. So that's what we're talking about today. Creativity is not just about producing art. It's just this, it's the spiritual journey.
yeah,
And this creativity in our spiritual journey, it just enriches our life, and it helps our lives, and it uplifts the lives of those around us. So we're going to embark onto that journey today. That's what we're here for.
yeah, yeah. And especially if you're on a spiritual journey. Um, when I first started in the entertainment business, just like anybody, I was out there. I'm going to make fame and fortune. I'm going to get my Academy Award and all of that. And then suddenly things started shifting and it became more of a spiritual journey for me, my filmmaking, and opening up and allowing that divine presence to express itself in and as and through me, through my films, the things that I create. Like you say, the loving intelligence of the universe, Dean. It's, the expression of love that you want to put into your creativity. Yeah.
And
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 so,
so then, Rich, that idea for creatives in the creative industry, we have such a desire. We have such a desire to find deeper meaning in our
yeah,
work,
yeah,
to that our creativity, our desire to really express our creativity in whatever discipline you're part of, that desire to create and express that, there's always a sense of deepening. Well, at least when you're on the spiritual path.
yeah,
And even
yeah,
if you're only doing the art to make money, and I say you're only doing the art, if there's great joy there, and that's your gig, fabulous, bringing that sense of joy and the production and bringing that abundant clarity into the world and allowing what it is that you do to spark the desire for others to be engaged in that give and flow, that give and that take, that receiving and giving. That's part of the entertainment. What is the word I'm going for? That entertainment divine desire.
yeah,
This is what creatives in the entertainment industry can experience when you go deeper and deeper and use your spiritual tools with this whole thing. What you were talking about, the glitz and glamour, when we were talking a little bit earlier about that
the
glitz and
glitz and
glamour.
glamour. Yeah, I wanted to talk about something today too, Dean, that come up for me this morning. And that was, this whole idea of there's something in you calling you to create, whether a filmmaker, a writer, or a music producer, musician. Uh, there's something within you wanting to create. And when I went to in high school, I was in electronics, and I started doing electronics, and I worked for a radio and TV company repairing TVs when I first graduated from high school, and then I'd be sitting in front of the TV repairing them, and I'd be seeing all this great stuff going on, movies and TV shows and, talk shows and all kinds of things. And I didn't know there was an industry beyond that. And so I went to college for electrical engineering, and I became an engineering assistant after 2 years. And I didn't feel right. I didn't feel like I was expressing myself, who and what I was creatively, spiritually. And then a friend invited me to Emerson College and said, come on in, take a look around. I think this is what you should be doing, Richard. And I walked around the college, and I remember going to the radio department and watching the radio broadcast and the film department. They were making movies and on stage, and the excitement there. And I felt that I knew something in me was calling me forward. And so, that's what I wanted to talk about today is this spiritual calling. There's something calling you forward. And my screen keeps popping up with all kinds of stuff here.
That spiritual call that brings you forward.
Yeah. And I'm sure there's a lot of you out there that are feeling the same thing, that there's something calling you to create an urge within you, a desire. Am I getting off track here?
Well, we're completely on track. We're completely on track with that idea of the divine desire to be creative, and recounting that sense. We go back to our experience and celebrate those experiences that we've had in creating a sense of creativity in our life. And your sense of bringing spirituality into it, through spirituality, we can infuse our work with even deeper intention, authenticity, clarity, and exploring even deeper and richer themes that really touch the hearts and the minds of yourself and the people that you are reaching out to connect with. Because in this entertainment industry, you look at Hollywood, at the essence of all of this. Yes, I know there's all kinds of stuff going on, but there's a desire to connect. Where are you going? Look at your camera.
I have oh, here I go. I have a cold or something, so blow my nose on this.
Your camera is looking down at your desk. Anyway, just made you laugh. You're making me laugh. But the idea of this alignment really allows us to find meaning. It allows all of us to find meaning and bring that meaning to our finished product. Now, how we incorporate this spirituality, Rich, once you get your camera back, and this idea about defining spirituality, what is spirituality? Sorry,
I can't control my camera.
You
gotta go with the flow, man. You gotta go with the flow.
Your camera is creatively aligned with. Well, then keep talking, and we will just keep taking a look at your desktop. This idea of spirituality and how it's related to an individual's connection with something like that's greater themselves. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Oh, look. Now you can see my messy room.
There we go.
Oh, God. I think what I'm going to do is, sorry, people. Okay, there we go.
Actually, we're still seeing your desktop, Rich. But I'm going to continue on. You work with the technical stuff, and I'm going to move on. That idea about spirituality and how it relates to our individual connection with ourselves. We always talk about New Thought Tuesdays, the ideas of meditation and prayer. And today in the Inner Circle, we're going to be focused a bit on visioning. We're going to take the visioning process because visioning can be a really dynamic way of exploring and expressing your own creativity. And so we're going to move in that direction. In the inner circle, what we do is we get together with folks that are here and we talk off camera, and more off camera than even Rich is, because Rich is off camera now. We get together and we discuss and explore ideas about how we can put these principles into practice. So today, that's one of the things that we're going to be working with, is the idea of visioning. And so in the realm of like creativity and spirituality, there's such a connection that we're finding as creative entertainers, as creative writers, as creative filmmakers, as directors, above the line, below the line, on a set, in a recording studio. We're here just to encourage and celebrate each one of you to express that sense of your own personal connection to creativity. And that, with all due respect, is about all we've got time for today. I have lost my partner in crime, so we're going to go into the inner circle. And oh, there you are.
I'm back.
We're going to go into this inner circle and discuss this and move forward with that. If you want to be a part of the inner circle, you can always go to newthoughttuesdays.com and click on I want to be reminded, and we'll send you a link to the inner circle. So today has been filled with much unanticipated adventure, Richard, with the camera.
Yeah, and let's talk about that for a sec. Yeah. How does spirituality, connecting with spirit, allow you to move through things like this that happen? I mean, you could be on a set, things aren't working out the way you want. I remember being on a set and the camera didn't work. It didn't function. We only had that one camera and everybody's standing around waiting and couldn't get it to work. And so how do you deal with that? If to me, if it weren't for my connection with infinite intelligence, the divine, knowing that everything is unfolding in perfect order, and even though things like this happen, it's okay. It's not the end of the world, right?
It's not the end of the world. It is part of the
reason for everything.
It's part of the adventure of how we're exploring. And I think when things go awry, the many things that you were pointing out, things go in a direction for us, it really calls upon our spiritual foundation to release and let go, and to allow.
Yeah.
Release and let go and allow, and bring your awareness back to your creative purpose and why you're here, and continually moving forward and allowing perfection unfolding in different ways. We saw your desk in a way we've never seen it before.
That's okay. And I can go with the flow, and spirituality is going to help me move through it and stuff. But you know what? It's also editing. I can edit that out in post-production. So I'm not worried about it. Infinite intelligence, God supplies. There's always a way out. There's always something that's going to, move you through it. And so I know I got post-production here. I've got an editing system. I can edit this thing.
You're infinite.
I'm not worried.
You're infinite editor. I love it. Okay, Richard, let's go into the inner circle and say good day to all these fine folks on social media. We will see you next week. Have a great, great day, great week, and know that we are thinking of you and supporting you in your highest and best good.